Hello, I'm just sitting down here and I was thinking to myself, like, it's okay to be broke sometimes. Sometimes you get paid or you earn your money from your business, however it is, and then there's some bills you had to pay, some things you have to do, and then you're broke. Then you don't have enough money to take care of one or two things that you need to do. But this happens sometimes, it's not all the times. Once in a while it happens. But when you're broke all the time, then something is not adding up. You can't be working, or you can't own a business, or you can't just be doing some kind of hustle that you claim you're doing that is earning you money, and then you're broke all the time. Something is not adding up. Something is wrong somewhere. It's either you are spending more than you're making, or either the business or job you're doing is not paying you enough, and whatever they're paying you is going back into, like, maybe transportation or fueling your car or your expenses, which also comes down to the first point, which is you're spending more than you're making. So in essence, what I'm trying to say in a short form is that you can't be working, you can't be running a business and be broke all the time. Something is not adding up. You need to look into your finances. You need to look into your expenses. You need to look into people you support. So maybe maybe you're working and then you have a lot of responsibilities in terms of supporting people, in terms of helping people. Maybe you're doing too much based on what you're making. So you need to look into that. So being broke all the time while you're working is not right. It's something is just not adding up. I don't know why. I was just sitting down, I was just thinking about it, because sometimes and most times that's what a lot of people experience. They work. It's not like they don't work, they work, but at the end of the month they just cannot put together the fruit of their labor. They can't just add up and have something to say, okay, this is what I have for myself at the end of this month. And sometimes some people, they've even run out even before the end of the month on bills, on expenses, on things they need to do. So it's either you look into, like I said, look into your bills and cut down on your bills, or you look into your support, what you throw money into, people you give money into, what you're doing. You cannot really outweigh yourself, by doing more than you're making, doing more than you're earning. It's not healthy, it's not good, it's not right. As simple as I can put it. You should be able to have a little at the end of the month for yourself based on what you're making. And if you know you're working and you have so many if you know you're working your salary, use your salary to plan your expenses. Use your salary to budget what you need to do. Don't overspend yourself. Don't overspend what you're making. I don't know if I'm making sense. So if you're making like 10 naira a month, don't carry a responsibility of somebody that is making 20 naira a month. That is where you will end up being broke every month, and then you will also be looking for support because you are making more, you are spending more than you're making. Also, I would say it is wise for you to start putting money aside, save a little somehow, like open an account. I do that. Open an account where you don't have a credit card. Sorry, not where you don't have a debit card, you don't have an ATM, you don't have any bank card on it. And just put some money aside from that every month, from your salary, from your paycheck. You'll be surprised how much you save at the end of the month, and then multiply that by 12. You'll be surprised how much you save by the end of the year. And that can also be your security deposit for yourself. If you run into some finances, if you run into some problem later and you need some urgent money, these days it's very hard for you to find people to borrow you money, to loan you money, whatever it is. But you can also fall back to that account, it will help you. So take a minute and sit down and ask yourself this question: Am I being broke every month? Even though I'm making money, am I broke every month? Even though I have a business that I'm getting something back, but at the end of the month I find myself short all the time. So then you know that you need to look into that and make some changes, which will start first by you looking at what is your money going into. What are you spending your money into? What do you need to cut out? What do you need to reduce? What do you need to permanently just, like I said, just cut out? And then so that you can give yourself a little bit of that financial freedom, and then just don't stress yourself too much. Because if you're working and you're broke all the time, something is definitely not adding up. I hope this helped. See ya.